In the cold, dark vacuum of space, the hospital ship Solace drifted, its beacon lights pulsing softly against the backdrop of the stars. The ship was a beacon of hope, a sanctuary of healing amid the vastness of the cosmos. Aboard, the crew worked tirelessly to treat the wounded and sick from a dozen different planets, their mission simple: to save lives. Captain Elena Markov stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning the endless black. Through the viewport, a veteran of countless missions, she had seen the horrors of war and the miracles of medicine. The Solace was a ship of peace, its purpose clear and untainted by the conflicts raging across the galaxy. "Captain, we have incoming," Lieutenant Harris announced, his voice tense. "Unidentified ships closing fast." Elena turned, her eyes narrowing on screen. The main display flickered to life, showing a fleet of sleek predatory ships hurtling toward them. The markings were unmistakable. It was the Zalorian Empire, a ruthless faction known for their brutal tactics and disregard for life. "They're not responding to hails," Harris said, his fingers dancing across the console. "Weapon systems are online." "This is a hospital ship," Elena said firmly. "We have no means of defense. Get the message out. Let Earth know what's happening." The communications officer worked quickly, sending out a distress signal. But before it could be acknowledged, the first salvo struck. The Solace shuddered violently, lights flickering as the shields absorbed the impact. "Damage report," Elena barked. "Hull breach on Deck 3, Harris responded. "We're losing integrity." The Zalorian ships showed no mercy. Another barrage followed, tearing through the hospital ships. Defenses, medical personnel, and patients alike were thrown into chaos. The serene atmosphere replaced by the harsh reality of battle. "We can't hold out much longer," Harris said, his voice grim. "Evacuate the non-essential personnel," Elena ordered. "Get the wounded to the escape pods." The crew moved with practiced efficiency, but the Zalorian attack was relentless. Within minutes, the Solace was crippled, its systems failing one by one. As the ship listed to one side, Elena knew their time was running out. "Captain, the Zalorians are boarding," Harris reported. "They're targeting the medical bays." Elena's heart sank. The Zalorians were not here for conquest. They were here to destroy. She made a decision. "Seal off the medical bays," she commanded. "We'll hold them off as long as we can." The crew braced for the inevitable confrontation. Armed only with makeshift weapons, they prepared to defend their patients and their ship. The Zalorian soldiers breached the hull, their armored figures imposing as they advanced. Despite their courage, the crew of the Solace was outmatched. One by one, they fell, defending their charges to the last breath. Elena fought alongside them, her resolve unwavering. In the end, the Solace was lost. The Zalorians left nothing but wreckage in their wake, disappearing into the void as quickly as they had come. But the distress signal had reached its destination. Back on Earth, the message was received with horror. The United Earth Fleet, guardians of peace and protectors of their own, convened an emergency session. The attack on the Solace was a crime against humanity, a violation of every treaty and law of war. Admiral Jonathan Hayes stood before the gathered commanders, his face grave. "The Zalorians have crossed a line. They attacked a ship of mercy, a symbol of our compassion and commitment to life. This cannot go unanswered." The room buzzed with agreement. The time for diplomacy had passed. Earth's war fleet, long dormant, was mobilized. The order was given from hidden bases and orbital stations. The fleet emerged, a vast armada of ships designed for one purpose: to defend humanity and its allies. Battleships, cruisers, and carriers took to the stars, their engines roaring as they set course for Zalorian space. The Zalorians were caught off guard by the swift and decisive response. Their empire, built on fear and domination, was now facing the full might of Earth's military. The first engagements were brutal. Earth ships equipped with the latest in weaponry and shields cut through Zalorian defenses with precision. Admiral Hayes led the charge, his flagship, the indomitable, spearheading the assault. Each battle brought them closer to the heart of the Zalorian Empire, their resolve unshaken by the losses suffered. The war escalated quickly. Planets once held under Zalorian control rose up. Inspired by Earth's determination, alliances were formed, and the tide began to turn. In the final confrontation, Earth's fleet converged on the Zalorian capital. The battle was fierce, a clash of titans that shook the very fabric of space. The Zalorians fought with desperation, but it was not enough. The Indomitable broke through their lines, targeting the command center. Admiral Hayes gave the order, and with a final devastating strike, the Zalorian Empire was brought to its knees. Peace was restored, but at a great cost of memories of the Solace, and its crew were honored their sacrifice, a reminder of the price of war and the value of peace. Earth's fleet returned home victorious, but weary the galaxy had learned a powerful lesson: to attack a ship of mercy was to awaken a force of justice. The Solace would never be forgotten, its legacy etched into the stars. And so the galaxy turned once more, the scars of battle slowly healing as life continued, but the story of the Solace and the fleet that avenged it would be told for generations, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of humanity and its enduring quest for peace. The aftermath of the war left the galaxy in a fragile state. Rebuilding efforts began on the planets once controlled by the Zolorians, their people now free from the oppressive rule, but grappling with the scars left behind. Earth's fleet played a crucial role in aiding these efforts, sending supplies and personnel to assist in the recovery. Admiral Hayes personally oversaw many of these missions, determined to ensure that the sacrifices made by the crew of the Solace were not in vain. He traveled to the farthest reaches of the liberated territories, meeting with leaders and civilians alike. His presence was a symbol of hope and a reminder that Earth stood with them. Among the liberated planets was Torin, for a world rich in resources, but devastated by years of exploitation. The Zolorians had stripped its lands and enslaved its people, leaving behind a barren wasteland. The arrival of Earth's fleet marked the beginning of a new era for Torin 4. Captain Aisha Reynolds led the mission to Torin, bringing with her a team of engineers, medics, and diplomats. They worked tirelessly to restore the planet, revitalizing its ecosystems and rebuilding its infrastructure. The gratitude of the Torinians was immeasurable, their resilience shining through as they began to rebuild their society. In the midst of these efforts, a discovery was made deep beneath the surface of Torin. 4 ancient ruins, long buried and forgotten, emerged. As the planet healed, the ruins held secrets of a lost civilization, one that had once thrived before the Zolorian occupation. Earth's scientists were intrigued by the find, and a team of archaeologists was dispatched to investigate. The discoveries made within the ruins shed light on the planet's history, revealing a culture rich in art, science, and philosophy. The Torinians took pride in their heritage, embracing the knowledge of their ancestors. As they rebuilt their future, the collaboration between Earth and Torin 4 deepened their bond, forging a lasting alliance. As peace settled across the galaxy, Earth's fleet began to return home. Their mission had been accomplished, but the journey was far from over. The lessons learned and the alliances formed would shape the future of interstellar relations, ensuring that the sacrifices of the past would not be forgotten. Admiral Hayes reflected on the journey as he stood aboard the Indomitable, looking out at the stars. He knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but he was confident in the strength and resilience of humanity. The spirit of the Solace lived on in every act of kindness and every effort to rebuild. Earth's leaders recognized the importance of maintaining peace and stability. Among the stars, they established the Interstellar Council, a governing body composed of representatives from all allied planets. Its mission was to promote cooperation and prevent future conflicts, ensuring that the horrors of the Zolorian War would never be repeated. The Interstellar Council quickly became a beacon of hope for the galaxy. Its initiatives included cultural exchanges, scientific collaborations, and joint security efforts. Member planets shared their knowledge and resources, working together to address common challenges. The Council also established a code of conduct for spacefaring civilizations, emphasizing the importance of respect and mutual understanding. The legacy of the Solace was enshrined in the halls of the Interstellar Council. A memorial was erected in its honor, a constant reminder of the cost of war and the value of peace. The stories of its crew, their bravery and sacrifice, were taught in schools across the galaxy, inspiring future generations to uphold the principles of compassion and justice. Captain Elena Markov, though gone, was not forgotten. Her name became synonymous with courage and dedication. Her story was told in countless books and holovids, her image a symbol of hope and resilience. The impact of her actions resonated far beyond the confines of the Solace, reaching every corner of the galaxy. As the years passed, the galaxy continued to heal. The scars of war faded, replaced by a renewed sense of unity and purpose. The alliances forged in the fires of conflict grew stronger, and the lessons learned guided the galaxy toward a brighter future. And so the memory of the Solace and its crew lived on, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of humanity, and its enduring quest for peace. The stars whispered their names, a reminder that even in the darkest of times there is always hope. As the years continued to pass, the galaxy saw new challenges emerge, but the spirit of unity forged in the aftermath of the war remained strong. The Interstellar Council grew in influence, its members working tirelessly to uphold the principles of peace and cooperation. Trade routes were reopened, scientific research flourished, and cultural exchanges brought diverse civilizations closer together. On Earth, Admiral Hayes retired from active duty, but his legacy endured. He was often called upon as an advisor to the Interstellar Council. His wisdom and experience invaluable in navigating the complexities of interstellar politics. He spent his days mentoring the next generation of leaders, instilling in them the values that had guided him throughout his career. Meanwhile, on Torin, for the planet had transformed from a desolate wasteland to a thriving hub of culture and innovation. The ruins discovered beneath its surface became a center for study, attracting scholars and researchers from across the galaxy. The Turinians embraced their role as custodians of this ancient knowledge, sharing their discoveries with all who sought to learn. Captain Aisha Reynolds continued her work as an ambassador for Earth, forging new alliances and strengthening old ones. Her efforts were instrumental in bringing together disparate factions, fostering understanding and mutual respect. Her dedication to peace and diplomacy earned her widespread admiration and respect. Despite the progress made, the galaxy was not without its challenges. New threats emerged from the fringes of known space: pirates and rogue factions seeking to exploit the chaos left in the wake of the Zalorian Wars. The Interstellar Council responded swiftly, deploying peacekeeping forces to maintain order and protect vulnerable populations. One such mission, led by Captain Reynolds, brought her to the distant planet of Zarin, a world on the brink of collapse due to internal strife and external pressures. The situation was dire, but Reynolds and her team worked tirelessly to mediate disputes and provide humanitarian aid. Their efforts paid off as a fragile peace was brokered and the planet began to heal. The success on Zarin was a testament to the effectiveness of the Interstellar Council's approach to conflict resolution by addressing the root causes of unrest and fostering dialogue. The Council demonstrated that lasting peace could be achieved through cooperation and understanding. As the galaxy continued to evolve, so too did the technologies that underpinned interstellar travel, and communication advances in propulsion systems made it possible to reach previously inaccessible regions of space, opening up new opportunities for exploration and discovery. The expansion of the galactic network allowed for instantaneous communication across vast distances, facilitating greater collaboration and exchange. Among the many discoveries made during this era of exploration was the identification of a new habitable planet on the fringes of the galaxy. Named Nova Terra, the planet held promise as a new home for displaced populations and a site for scientific research. Efforts to colonize and study Nova Terra were led by a coalition of member planets, with Earth playing a key role in the initiative. The colonization of Nova Terra was not without its challenges. The planet's unique ecosystem presented unforeseen obstacles, but the resilience and ingenuity of the settlers prevailed. Through careful stewardship and collaboration, they established thriving communities and research outposts, ensuring that the planet's resources were used sustainably. Back on Earth, the legacy of the Solace continued to inspire new generations. A memorial erected in its honor became a pilgrimage site for those who sought to pay tribute to the courage and sacrifice of its crew. Educational programs and outreach initiatives were established to teach the lessons of the Zalorian War, emphasizing the importance of empathy and cooperation. In time, the story of the Solace became more than a historical account. It became a symbol of the enduring human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, humanity could rise above and forge a better future. The stars that once bore witness to the tragedy of the Solace now stood as silent sentinels to its legacy. As the galaxy moved forward, the bonds forged in the fires of conflict continued to strengthen. The Interstellar Council evolved into a true federation of planets united by common goals and shared values. Its influence extended far beyond the boundaries of known space, shaping the destiny of the galaxy for generations to come. And so the story of the Solace and the fleet that avenged it lived on in the hearts and minds of those who carried its legacy forward, a testament to the power of unity and the unbreakable resolve of humanity. The memory of the Solace shone brightly in the night sky, a beacon of hope and a guiding light for all who sought peace among the stars. As the galaxy continued to evolve, the challenges of maintaining peace and stability grew more complex. The Interstellar Council found itself navigating a delicate balance between fostering cooperation and addressing the grievances that arose from the diverse needs of its member planets. The Council's efforts to mediate disputes and promote mutual understanding were ongoing and required constant vigilance. On Earth, the influence of Admiral Hayes and Captain Reynolds continued to shape the next generation of leaders. Both figures were revered for their contributions to peace and their dedication to the ideals that had guided humanity through its darkest hours. They became symbols of hope and perseverance, their stories taught in academies and schools across the galaxy. Meanwhile, new threats loomed on the horizon from the uncharted regions of space. Rumors spread of an ancient power awakening, one that had lain dormant for millennia. The Council took these reports seriously, dispatching exploratory teams to investigate the validity of such claims. Their findings were troubling, suggesting that the galaxy faced a potential threat unlike any it had encountered before. Among the planets most affected by these developments was Draconis, a world rich in history and tradition, but now grappling with the emergence of strange phenomena. Its people reported sightings of mysterious apparitions and disruptions in their communications systems. The Council sent a delegation to Draconis, led by Captain Reynolds, to assess the situation and offer assistance. Upon arrival, Reynolds and her team were met with a mixture of fear and curiosity. The people of Draconis had long believed in the existence of an ancient force, one that had protected their world in times of crisis. The recent disturbances were seen as a sign that this force was awakening once again, but the true nature of the phenomenon remained unclear. Reynolds and her team worked closely with the local authorities, conducting investigations and gathering data. Their efforts revealed a series of anomalies centered around an ancient temple located deep within the planet's wilderness. The temple had been abandoned for centuries, its purpose and origins shrouded in mystery. As they delved deeper into the mysteries of the temple, the team uncovered evidence of an advanced civilization that had once thrived on Draconis. The civilization had developed sophisticated technologies and possessed knowledge that far surpassed that of many contemporary societies. The temple itself appeared to be a repository of this knowledge, its chambers filled with artifacts and inscriptions that hinted at a deeper understanding of the universe. The discovery of the temple sent shockwaves through the Interstellar Council, sparking debates about the implications of such a find. Some viewed it as an opportunity to learn and grow, while others feared the potential dangers that such knowledge might pose. The Council ultimately decided to proceed with caution, sending additional teams to study the temple and its contents. As the research progressed, it became clear that the civilization of Draconis had been aware of the ancient power that now seemed to be stirring. They had left behind warnings encoded in their writings, cautioning against the misuse of the knowledge contained within the temple. The warnings spoke of a cataclysmic event that had nearly destroyed their world, of fate they sought to prevent for future generations. The revelations from Draconis brought a renewed sense of urgency to the Council's efforts to promote peace and cooperation. The potential threat posed by the awakening power underscored the importance of unity and collaboration in addressing the challenges that lay ahead. The Council redoubled its efforts to strengthen alliances and foster understanding among its member planets. In the midst of these developments, the people of Draconis began to embrace their newfound heritage, drawing inspiration from the achievements of their ancestors. They worked alongside the Council's teams to unlock the secrets of the temple, contributing their own knowledge and expertise to the effort. This collaboration not only deepened the bonds between Draconis and the Council, but also demonstrated the potential for unity in the face of adversity. As the galaxy continued to navigate the complexities of its new reality, the story of the Solace remained a powerful reminder of the importance of compassion and resilience. The lessons learned from the sacrifices of its crew continued to guide the actions of those who sought to build a better future. The memory of the Solace lived on in the hearts and minds of all who believed in the possibility of peace and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The stars that had once borne witness to the tragedy of the Solace now stood as silent sentinels to its legacy, a beacon of hope and a guiding light for all who sought to uphold the values of unity and compassion. As the galaxy moved forward, its inhabitants carried with them the knowledge that even in the face of unimaginable challenges, humanity could rise above and forge a path toward a brighter future.